What's going on, Hardware Hooligans? I'm back here with another video, and I know it's been a long time since I made a video, but however, I'm not going to be talking about that in this video. If you want to see another video on that, I will do a separate video for you guys. Just put it in the comments and I'll be glad to. With that being said, I just want to kickstart it off with this right here, this goddess of a mechanism right here. This is just want to let you know I have two reels, two of these. Okay, one of them is mine, and one of them could be yours. Could be yours. One of you guys who are watching this video. I have a 300 size 2020 Win HSP that I'm giving it to one of you guys. Okay, I have two of them. This one's mine. The other one could be yours. One of you guys right there. I'm talking to you. So let's just start off with the video. And I know it's been a long time. Hopefully I still got the same encouragement that I have in my old videos. I know my other ones were kind of depressing, but hopefully I could bring it back to life by me talking to you guys right now about this goddess of a reel. Okay, so this is the 400 size. 400 size 2020 Win HSP, okay? I got the Pro or Power handle, however you guys want to do it. I call it the power handle because I have a lot of freaking power when I power up those yellowtails with this reel. Okay, so the biggest pro, I'm gonna be talking about the pros and the cons with this reel. I'm gonna try to give you guys some motivation or live here. Okay, the biggest pro and the biggest difference between this one and the older model is the clutch system. The clutch system on this is a lot stiffer. Okay, a lot of you guys might ask, well, what makes it stiffer, or why do you need a stiffer clutch? Okay, well, let's start from the beginning. The clutch is this. When you click that button, it puts it into spool free mode. When you try to kick it back into gear, this right here is a lot stiffer too. Okay, it takes a lot of pressure trying to kick that back into gear. But if you're strong, you can do it. Okay, I'm pretty strong, so I can do it. So a lot of you guys ask, why do you need a stiffer clutch? Well, if you're going on these charter boats, or if you're going bait fishing like me, I typically do both. When you're casting your line out there, or you're casting your surface iron or your coast snipers, some of you guys will, well, why are you testing a coast sniper or surface irons on this reel? Well, because they could freaking handle it. And I'm gonna talk to you guys about that later in the video. Okay, when you're tossing out those heavy lures, and they cost $20 or $10 to $20, and it snaps like that because when you cast and you click that back into gear, you have a 75% chance of you losing that lure if it's heavy enough. Okay, you also have, and if you're on charter boats and you're using a line, a live bait, sardine or anchovy, when you click that back into gear, you're gonna lose that fish when you try to cast it. Okay, you're gonna rip it right out. You're gonna rip its nose right out, or you're gonna rip its belly right out. Okay, and you're on charter boats, you're trying to catch fish. Okay, when you're on a charter boat, you're trying to catch fish. You paid money to try to catch fish, so you want to spend less time at the bait intake and more out in the ocean. Okay, if you lost that fish, you have to spend time out of your trip to go get a better bait, a lively bait, and if none of them are in the bait well that are lively enough, you have to wait for the dude to put more freaking bait in there. So with that clutch system being a lot stiffer, you have a lot less of a risk for you to kick it back into gear and lose your bait or your lures. Okay, that's one of the biggest cons about the reels that are sold nowadays is the clutch. A lot of companies don't focus on the clutch system. Daiwa took their time and focused a lot about the clutch and thought about you guys spending more money on lures. Okay, so they thought about you guys. Remember that they thought about you guys when they upgraded this clutch. Okay, and I'm not trying to talk down about other companies, but Daiwa by far my favorite. Okay, now let's go to the gear ratio. The gear ratio on the 400 size is finally up to date. Okay, with the older models, what were they, like 6.3 or 6.8? I don't know. This is a 7.1 to 1 gear ratio, and a lot of you guys who don't understand the gear ratio is, say if you're starting off on a rotation like this, and you do one full rotation, going back to its original spot, the spool will move 7 times. Okay, one rotation. Oh, that was 2 rotations. I'm sorry. If you do one rotation, the spool will move 7 times. It doesn't matter. You're gonna get 7 rotations on to your spool. So 7 rotations of line coming back into your reel, okay? Which is better. So say if your bait gets chewed in half by a freaking seal, you're gonna spend less time cranking it and trying to get your freaking bait, or spend less time cranking that fish in so the seal doesn't attack your fish. So a lot better. They thought of you guys when they did that. That's big con on the 400 size. On the 300 size, it's about 7 to 4 gear ratio, 7.4 gear ratio, okay? With a 22 pound max drag. I'm gonna talk less about the 300 size. The 300 size has 22 pounds of drag with a 7.4 to 1 gear ratio. This has 25 pounds max drag with a 7.1 gear ratio. Even on the 300 size, 22 and 25 is a lot of drag. A lot of drag. And going back to what I said about the surface irons, you can catch almost pretty much anything if you're going on a half-day boat, 3/4 day boat, or even a full-day boat. Even sometimes you use overnight boats, okay? This reel should definitely be in your arsenal. You're definitely going to be catching 21 pound yellowtails like this one that I caught, like this one right here that I caught about 10 times, like on 10 days ago. I don't know, a while ago. I caught a 21 pound yellowtail on this reel. No hassle. The drag wasn't even buttoned down. This reel will slay fish. I just hit my glasses. Will slay fish. The 300 size will do the exact same thing. It will slay fish. It'll catch fish, okay? This reel, I'm sorry, I keep setting it down. You guys can't see it. This reel should definitely be in your arsenal, okay? And I'm gonna be talking about you beginners out there. If you beginners out there who are beginning catching fish, you guys are a little scared of buying an expensive reel, the Lexa should definitely be it. Get a 300 size and start with that. And I'm gonna talk to you guys, you beginners out there. Even some of you guys have been fishing for about, I don't know, a year or 2 years now. And some of you guys still don't understand this. This spool tensioner knob, a lot of you guys say, oh, it's not really relevant. I'm just gonna mess with the braking system. Really? This is your best friend. More, if not more than the braking system. Braking system is phenomenal, but your spool tensioner knob is your best friend too, okay? Your best friend. You need to focus on that. This is your best friend, okay? So, with that being said, you want your spool tensioner knob to match your bait. If you're using a sardine, you want your spool tensioner knob to be a little bit tighter, other than if you're using an anchovy. Why am I saying this? Because an anchovy weighs a lot lighter than a sardine. Okay, so when you loosen your spool tensioner knob, that's gonna judge the bait on how fast it falls. So you want the bait to fall in the water without the spool lapping itself, okay? If you can get it to do that, you're primed. With the braking system is your best friend on regards if you're beginner or if you're advanced. If you want less bird's nest, if you're a beginner, button that thing down to 10 or 9. Get familiar with the reel. Make sure this reel is compatible to you. Let the reel be your best friend, okay? Work with it. Put it on 10 and put it on 9. So when you're trying to cast, this will minimize your braking system, will minimize your bird's nest or your backlash, however you guys pronounce it. I call it a bird's nest, okay? That will minimize your bird's nest. Same thing with the spool tensioner knob. The spool tensioner knob will be your best friend on regards to that. They will work together. They will be your best friends. This will also help you reduce backlashing, okay? Remember that. You want your spool tensioner knob to match your bait. If you're using a tatty or a yo-yo or a flat fall, you want to make sure this is, because if you're not focusing on this, your bait is relevant. By the time that bait hits the water, you're gonna get a bird's nest because A, this isn't matching the bait you're using. Same thing with your braking system. Use their braking system. A lot of advanced people still use their braking system. I use it. I put it on 3. When I'm casting far, I'll put it on 3. If I'm trying to catch close, I'll put it on freaking 5 or 10. Or not 10 or 6. You know, if I'm trying to catch it and if I'm not feeling comfortable today, I'll button it down. I don't care. I'm trying to catch fish. This will be your best friend because you're spending less time focusing on taking out that bird's nest when you're on boats. So focus on these 2 items, you beginner people. These 2, spool tensioner knob and your braking system. Best friend, other best friend. Bigger best friend, just a best friend. Bigger best friend, okay? Remember that. This is your drag. This controls how much line you get, how stiff the line you want to be pulled out. if I'm saying that right. So the drag, the more you tighten it, the harder the line will come out of your reel. The looser it is, the easier it is for a fish to pull line off your reel, okay? Just remember that. You have your reel holder thingy that sits in the reel seat, okay? I prefer this. I'm being dead serious, actually. This is a reel that you need to have in your arsenal because this is a 25-pound max drag with a line guide. Remember that, with a line guide. If you're using these Saltis or these Toriums or these Talicas or the Accurates, I'm not trying to talk down on like these companies. I mean, Accurate makes phenomenal reels, like phenomenal reels. Like I have an Accurate Turn 600 or 600 Turn, however you guys want to pronounce it. I have that. I love it. Accurate makes phenomenal reels. Shimano makes good reels. Daiwa makes awesome, phenomenal, all of the above reels. Okay, so for a 25 pound max drag, just like a say if you're using a Saltis, you'll twiddling your thumb back and forth, trying to freaking crank it. You're using two hands, especially when it's tedious if you're not catching any fish. It gets annoying. For a reel to have a line guide with that much drag, a line guide means when you're spinning that reel, that line is spinning it back and forth for you, okay? For it to have that, that's your best friend. You're not too busy focusing on like straining your line or make sure it doesn't overlap itself so when you cast it, it doesn't get snagged onto your reel. It does that for you. It does that for you. Get this reel. Like for those people who don't have this reel, get it. I'm telling you, you need this reel in your arsenal. You could be the best fisherman out there, or so you think. You know, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that you could be the best fisherman out there. This is your best friend too. This like most reels don't have that, you know. This is sent from the God himself sent this on earth for us to use, okay? This is phenomenal. You need this in your arsenal, okay? I'm done talking about it. So I forgot, I skipped the con, okay? The biggest con, it's the same thing as what the prior video, what I said about the prior reel in my old video. And I'm gonna put that video in the description below, okay? Sorry, I'm yelling. I'm already killing my throat because I'm so excited talking about this reel. The biggest con on this reel, okay? For those of you guys who are clean freaks about your reel, or your reel and rods, clean freaks, okay? It's an open bottom reel. So when you cast out, you're gonna get sprayed, your rod's gonna get sprayed, and for those of you guys all like, it's gonna corrode your reel seat, it's gonna rust your reel seat. Just clean it. By the time you're done fishing, you clean it off and you wipe it down, it should be perfectly fine. But for those of you guys who are clean freaks about it, that could be a con to you guys. It's not a con to me, it's not a con to my friends, but it could be a con to you guys, okay? It's not to me. My opinion, it just reduces less weight for you. And the rod that I paired this with is the Daiwa DXSB rod. Same rod as my other one, okay? Sorry, I have it the other way. It'll be upside down for you guys. Okay, it's the Daiwa DXSB. I call this the swim bait rod. It said swim bait on here. I don't know actually. I don't know if it did. I don't know. I thought it said swim bait right here somewhere, but it's a DXSB. Okay, it's a 20 to 50 pounder. Hopefully that's not upside down. Okay, it's an 8-footer. Perfect rod. And for those people who like the Phoenix feather rods, this is really light. Like comparing to a Phoenix rod, very stiff but flexible, okay? And very strong. 20 to 50. This classifies, I believe, as a medium. As a medium, okay? They make stiffer ones, they make heavier ones. I don't know what the specs on those ones are. I don't know. I'll probably buy one, but this is it, okay? Best pair comparison. If you can afford the Proteus, buy the Proteus. This is about $109. The Proteus, the newer Proteus rods are, I don't know, somewhere around the $200. The older Proteus rods, I think they went on sale for a minute, but I like my DXSB or my swim bait rod. I like that. I have two of them. I have one for my 300, the blue one, and then I have it for this one. I love it. I caught a 21-pound yellowtail on it, no problems whatsoever. It bent and it didn't break. I love it. By far my favorite reel. It's not a combo, you can't buy it as a combo, But yeah, so I got this one for about $250. It's about $250 at almost every tackle store you go to. You can probably find it cheaper online on like eBay. I don't recommend buying on eBay because you don't know if it's used or not. They could say it's brand new in the box, never used. I don't prefer that, okay? Because you don't know what the life that reel lived, okay? I prefer just going to your local tackle store, knowing for a fact it's brand new. I go to Ketchum Tackle. I talk highly about Ketchum Tackle because A, they're freaking nice. They will help do whatever they can so to make sure that you get the correct reel, okay? I prefer buying a reel cover. Just like how I speak about almost reel comparisons I talk about. Buy a reel cover. It'll take care. You'll get the moisture. It'll suck out the moisture. It'll make sure moisture doesn't get into the reel, ruin your bearings. I believe you do get 1 year warranty on this reel. I mean, if you live in the California, Orange County, LA, or Riverside, you're in the middle of Daiwa. You're right there next to Daiwa, okay? Or send it out. They will take care of you. Daiwa will take care of you, okay? They're really nice. You know, when you go to the Fred Hall, you buy one of their products, they'll give you free stuff to make sure that you're satisfied with your real purchase, okay? I recommend going to your local tackle shop and support them and just buy it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, if you wanted to see the grip, it's pretty much almost like the blue one. It feels the exact same. It's just a different color. It's like a black and gray camo. I'm not going to go too in depth on the body. It's very similar to what the 300, the 2018 model, very similar. Just better mechanisms. I recommend you guys having this in your arsenal. You have to have this. I mean, regardless if you like it or not, you need to have this. I mean, this is by far the biggest accomplishment that Daiwa has ever made. The Lexa reel is perfect. I mean, you can't really compare any other reel to this. If you're gonna say the Shimano Tranks, oh, that's a whole different video. I'm gonna talk about that reel in a bit. Dude, you can't compare this reel to any other reel out there. You need to have this reel in your arsenal. I'm talking to you guys right now. You need to, okay? Going into the reel giveaway. If you want to be a part of that reel giveaway, I'm going to put the link to Harbor Hooligans in the description below. I'm going to post a picture. You have to like and follow and subscribe to this video, okay? I'm going to be posting a picture on there the day I release this video. I'm gonna title it YouTube giveaway, okay? It's gonna be YouTube giveaway, okay? So you're going, the rule is in this video, you have to put your YouTube video, your YouTube name in the comments of that picture and tag tag 3 people. Tag 3 people who you know and who will support you, okay? 3 people, okay? It doesn't matter if those people follow or like the video or subscribe. As long as you tag 3 people, you're perfect. You're part of the giveaway. But you have to tag 3 people, okay? So you have to, going back to the rules, subscribe to this channel, follow Harbor Hooligans, like the picture, and tag 3 people, then you're part of the giveaway. I'll write your guys' names. For those of you guys who've been a part of my giveaways, I show you guys proof. I'll write down the names. I'll show you almost every single name to make sure that there's no duplicates or any of that, okay? I'll show you almost every single name out there. But you have to tag 5 people, okay? Not 5, 3 people. You have to tag 3 people. So, best luck to you guys. This is going to be the Daiwa. Is a smaller version of this. The same exact reel, just smaller. You know, this is a reel that you guys need to have in your arsenal, okay? So everything will be in the description. I'll try my best to incorporate the details in the description. If you guys can't hear me properly, I'll incorporate the rules in the description, okay? Thank you. Adios. Peace. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here for me and supporting me. I've been getting a lot of messages. I care about you guys. Thank you. Adios.